What is up, guys? Welcome back to another exclusive release. If you're here, I'm sure you just came from the X Summit. Surprise, surprise, we got a little bit of unboxing to do today. I'll show you a quick recap. We're gonna rewind that. Hello. I was invited in the Fujifilm office kasi may introduce daw sila sa akin, which I don't know what, but I'm excited to find out. If you can see here, we are in my temporary storage, and okay, I will be heading down sa Fujifilm office in Taguig right now kasi they invited me. I think it's the X-H2. Yeah, check natin kung ano yung gustong introduce ni Fuji. Let's go. Yo! Okay. 25th. Sa tenga. Ano kaya meron today? Bakit kaya ako nandito today? Hindi ko talaga sure.
Yung weekend. Hi! So Magic's here.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, so Magic
hello.
introducing us.
Hello.
Hello.
Kamusta?
Ano, si Direct Call.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, man.
We have everyone here.
Of course, we'd love to give you a first look na new Fujifilm product that we're announcing tomorrow. The embargo, the announcement is tomorrow, May 31. So may online event. Our HQ has an online event.
Today we'll be introducing you to the next generation X-series camera.
Live reactions.
Sige.
What? So I guess I was right. Today we had a demo for the new... Tawag dito? No, just kidding. It's the new X-H2S. It's been a long time coming then from the X-H1. Today is May 30. Tomorrow is the Fujifilm X Summit. Pretty exciting stuff, guys. Ito pang lens, it's this one. It's 18 to 120 f4 lens. First ever PZ lens, power zoom lens. Weather sealed, zoom and focus control. Ito na yung nangyari for today. Anyway, I'll see you guys after the embargo in the studio with the new camera. So, see you guys. Bye! And here it is. It's just been announced. It's the Fujifilm X-H2S. Let's just grab it real quick. Yep, X-H2S. Everyone's been waiting for this, and I'm gonna unbox it with you. The X-H1 released was around Feb of 2018. 4 years to be exact. So this is the black noir. A lot of you will be asking if I will be showing a few samples. Maybe I will, but I only have a day. I got the unit this afternoon after the press preview, so maybe I'll just borrow it some other time again to test it out. But okay, I don't want to reveal the product. Of course you saw it already. Package here, of course, it does use the current batteries that's used for the X-T4 and GFX series. I hope all the next generation Fujifilm cameras would use the same battery. Of course, you got the sling here, top view, okay. I don't want to open it because it's not mine. So you have the power adapter, USB-C. Okay, here we go. New camera. Last time I did this was for the X-T4, which is 2 years ago when they released the X-T4. Jesus time. Boxes in boxes. This is the new X-H2S. It's a hybrid camera. It's a successor for the X-H1S for speed or super. It probably means super. It does have a modern feel. I like that, of course, you have a deeper grip. It kind of resembles the GFX. You have the PASM dial. I'm personally not a fan of this. It doesn't feel like it's a Fujifilm classic. So coming from an X-T4, the T series, kind of different. It does have the new X-Trans sensor. It's the 5th generation X-Trans sensor made for speed. So I think that's what the S means, the S. First ever in a Fujifilm camera, stacked sensor. Now what does this mean? It's 4 times faster when it comes to processing image or your video. The new 5th generation processor has improved IBIS. If the X-T4 has 6.5 stops of IBIS, the X-H2S does have 7 stops of IBIS. I did test out. The sensor doesn't shift that much as happened in an X-T4 or especially the X-H1. You have a new body. Again, it does resemble a little bit of the GFX for me. Little modern feel. It feels like a beefier, lighter version of the X-H1. I like how it grips. I like the ergonomics. Of course, weather-sealed body. Won't find the focusing buttons in front. It's a customized button already. You have the ISO on top. You have white balance and a custom button. For the LCD, finally an articulating screen, which started with the X-T4, I think. This is called the sub-display. You can see this in the GFX series or its predecessor, the X-H1. Your f-stops, your image quality, what mode you're in, your shutter speed, your aperture, white balance. There's a new way to store your files, which is... You have 2 slots, one for an SD card and one for a CF Express. It has a more improved input-output, so you have a dedicated HDMI slot over there. Finally, you don't need a jack. It's a 3.5mm headphone jack and a mic jack. Before we get to the video capabilities, you do have no blackout, no cropping, 40 FPS burst shooting, electronic burst shooting. I've tried this. It's ridiculous. I do like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. The speed would benefit those photojournalists, wildlife, sports photographers. I think that it's really aimed towards them. Of course, video, 6.2K resolution at 30 FPS. We are now recording in 6K, 6.2K, 24 frames. These are my new Amaran lights. It is the F22Cs. 4K at 120 FPS. You have that option. F-Log2. Now you have 14 plus stops for dynamic range. Of course, the new Fujifilm X-H2S can now record Apple ProRes 422 HQ2LT. They did announce a few accessories, which I think is quite fun. And that is a cooling fan. I did not expect a cooling fan. It's called a Fan 001. I mean, look at this. It's a legit fan. Like, that's cool. Look at that. There's a contact here that you can remove and just... There you go. You have a contact here in the back that you can flip out. The fan goes in the back like this. I think it's there's a magnet that is also a screw, and you just turn it. Without the fan, you can only record up to 17 minutes before it overheats, but with the fan, you can record up to 51 minutes, which is, I think, that's a massive improvement. There are settings for the fan, if I could just say. Auto 1, Auto 2, low, high. The fan operates constantly at high speed, and you can also hear it. So I think the fan is very essential if you want a continuous recording. You do have the new autofocus system. You can now track animals, birds, cars, trains, motorcycles, and airplanes. It's pretty cool. Like, I did test it out when I was riding my motorcycle. It did track my head and also the bike, which is, I think, is very impressive. And I think it's because of the new AI algorithm of the new autofocusing system, which I think is top-notch. Going down to one more accessory they sent me, which is the new vertical grip, VGXH. During the press preview, they did show me a vertical grip with file transferring. That one, for me, is such a game changer, especially if you're shooting on the field or you're a photojournalist, want to send files right away. It's good for a studio shoot because you can tether faster, you can put your files in a network. Everything is just seamless with that vertical grip. I hope it's this one. Is it this one? It's not! It's still nifty. I've never owned a vertical grip. There is a new menu. You have a new setting. It's called Movie Setting List, where it's gonna show you different settings, what it's recording, what bitrate you're in. I think it's more detailed. Yeah, you can also record up to 720 Mbps. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna borrow it again for a more in-depth review. I forgot to mention also about the new lenses that Fujifilm announced, which is the 18-120 f4 constant f4. It's the first ever PZ or power zoom lens from Fujifilm. You can zoom in via the motor with more precision, more control. You can use the LCD of the X-H2S when you're trying to control the zoom. Also, there is, I'm sorry, we really want to keep moving here because we want to test out the 7 stops of IBIS, pretty effective with the new camera. There's also one more lens, which is the 150-600 5.6 to f8, which is, well, they didn't have a demo unit. During the press preview, they did show samples, which I think is pretty sick too. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Also, huge shout out to Fujifilm Philippines for giving me the chance to, you know, please give me more time with it. Just kidding. Thanks guys, this has been the Magic Man, because now you see me, now you don't. Peace!